I was able to get out with a couple amazing photographers between Nick, Sara, and Jenn. They were just so cool to go out with and hang out with, and I learned a ton about how to kind of frame shots and things. I was fortunate enough to be the talent in this one, the athlete, as well as Mike was the skier. So I was the snowboarder and he was the skier, and we were able to get out nice and early, get a bunch of really cool shots, and let's get into it.
Oh yeah, bud.
We just did this whole clean bowl on the backside. I got a little air. We tried to get this nice slasher cut at the top, but yeah, just absolutely phenomenal run here. Once I did the little air, the powder was too good, so I just kept riding. I wanted to keep my speed for this flat bit, but yeah. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really fun. All right, so yeah, starting off today, we headed up nice and early. We had our choice of kind of lines, so we ended up doing some groomers and hitting off the piece just a little bit into the trees to try and get some nice spray shots while that sun was just perfect for a background of the water there. And those shots turned out pretty good. And then once the boomerang opened, that's when like things got super real and super amazing. So Sara and Jenn were both able to like collaborate with each other and set us up for some phenomenally framed shots. One of them is my absolute favorite shot I think I've had of myself in a long time, and it wasn't even that deep of a powder day, but the way Sara and Jenn both framed this amazing shot was, I did this big kind of slasher surf turn, left on my heel slide, trying to spray up as much snow as I could, but the real like feature of this photo was that the background was the ocean, and that it just looks like it drops off into nothing over this giant cliff, which it did. And there was this amazing ocean view behind me. It completely blew my mind when I actually saw this thing. Jenn and Sara did such a good job of saying, hey, this is the frame we want. I told them, yeah, I can follow that other track and slash and try and get as much snow up as I can. And that's kind of what we ended up with the shot. Otherwise, there was a ton of shots in the trees as we went down through the back bowl there in the outback, and got some real fresh lines that we had to hike to just to get the clean, fresh lines. The other stuff gets tracked out pretty quick, but we had some amazing shots there. And Nick was able to get the drone over me for this crazy cool shot over some mellow terrain that, yeah, I've never had drone footage of myself snowboarding, so that was a really cool feature of it. Yeah, and Sara had this really cool shot where she was kind of shooting through some trees, so there was a bunch of foreground going on, and then I was in the background. Since I'm regular and didn't want to try riding switch for a shot, basically it's my backside. As Sara put it in her Instagram post, I think it was sun's out, buns out, but yeah, it was a pretty good shot otherwise. I liked it. If you get a chance to reach out to them, I'll link everybody below, all their contact information and things like that. I know Jenn and Sara both do these kind of shots professionally. and you can hire them to go out for a session of your own one morning. I know Jenn does both mountain biking and skiing. Jenn does Sara does the exact same thing too. So they both can get out and rip with you and capture some of these amazing shots that you can share on your social, share with friends, and just fondly look back on, which is something I really, really admire. It's something that got me into photography, was the fact that one day I went on a cat ski trip to Island, what was it? Not Island Alpine Guides. Island Lake Lodge. And I remember the photographer there made me literally feel like an absolute pro. It made me feel like Travis Rice. I felt so amazed at the photography skills he had and how he's able to capture and the quality of the pictures. But what it shows is just how much that means to people to be able to capture that while still being able to focus on their riding. I love the opportunity to get to collaborate, and this morning session with Sara, Jenn, Brent, Mike, and Nick was phenomenal. Can't wait to do it next year, and thank you to everybody there for this sweet session. Cheers. You.